Is it a good choice to invest in a Canon EOS RP in 2025? Well, you get to know in this video. Stick and stay to the end. Hello guys, it's MrAnchor here once again, and you're welcome to 2025. Today's video touches on the Canon EOS RP. Is it worth purchasing it in 2025? So the Canon EOS RP is a 26.2 megapixel CMOS sensor full frame camera, which was released in 2019. I've had this camera since 2022, and for me, it's worth every penny spent. Currently, you can get this used for 550 bucks or 600 bucks, depending on where you get a deal, and new for 1,000 bucks. Yeah. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of this camera. So to the pros, the very first thing I'm talking about is the touch screen. I got this camera after using my DSLR, which was the Canon 60D, and as a photographer moving from the DSLR without a touch screen, moving straight into the mirrorless, it was a big deal for me getting the touch screen, which made it easier for me to dial in my settings. And as a beginner using phone to start photography, having this camera as an entry level will help you when it comes to navigating through the camera and dialing in your settings. It makes it very easy to dial in your settings. It also has a flip out screen, which makes it easier for you to film yourself and also vlog if you are a content creator and you are looking at getting something for yourself to mostly film yourself. I think this camera is the best option to look at because it also comes with a flip out screen. So this camera has a great grip. As you can see, I can even hold it in one hand and have a firm grip of it, which makes it very easy to actually handle and shoot with it. The Canon EOS RP has a USB-C port, which makes it easier for you to charge your camera while using it, especially if you are doing video projects and you want to charge your camera while using it. It gives you that option to do so by plugging in your USB Type-C cable to charge it on set. Let's talk about the weight of this camera. This camera is quite light in weight, and yeah, it weighs less than a pound, which I would recommend as one of the best cameras for travel. If you are looking at traveling around with something which doesn't weigh that much, I think the Canon EOS RP is a better option to look at. It also has a dual pixel autofocus, which is good for simple portraits, landscape, and also slow-paced actions. Straight to the cons, the Canon EOS RP has a very small battery life. It has the Canon LPE17 batteries, which I wouldn't recommend if you shoot for long hours. But then, if you are looking at still purchasing this because of the price point, you can look at buying or getting yourself extra batteries to help extend the battery life when shooting. Though it has a small battery life, I would recommend this because of the price point, and also getting extra batteries to help sustain you during shooting. This camera doesn't have in-body stabilization, but then it has digital image stabilization, which I think is quite decent when it comes to filming, and yeah, it's quite decent. The RP is not great in low light, and you start to experience grains and digital noise when you count your ISO up to ISO 1200. And yeah, so when it comes to using the Canon EOS RP, I already recommend for creators or photographers who mostly shoot in low light, and also for videographers who want to shoot in 4K. The Canon EOS RP also gives you the option to shoot in 4K, but then it always crops in anytime you are shooting in 4K. And also the autofocus of this camera is not the best for high-end film works. For me, if you are looking at something budget friendly and wouldn't want to break the bank for a decent camera, the Canon EOS RP is one of the best options you can actually look at getting for yourself. But if you are looking to upgrade, consider looking at the Canon EOS R8, which is a bit similar to the Canon EOS RP in terms of body and dials on the camera, though you have to pay a bit more for better software of the Canon EOS R8. Thanks for making it through to the end of this video, and 2025 promises to be a great year, and I can't wait to see the goodies it has for us all. So guys, if this is your first time chancing on my content, don't forget to like, comment, and also subscribe, and also share to your fellow creatives too. And guys, until the end, Charlie, we will talk, Charlie. Peace.